Hi, I'm Bailey Bennett Andrade, DEI Media Marketer. The Center for Culturally Proficient Educational Practice has committed to making this work accessible to all through these free videos. The following presenter is Brenda Hall, a longtime facilitator and advocate for cultural proficiency. She's going to give you an overview of the center and also the four main tools which are used for cultural proficiency, which will be discussed thoroughly throughout this series.
Hi, I'm Brenda Hall, and I serve as the director for what's known as the Southern California Professional Development Federation. I know it's a long name, but it was started about 29 years ago by one of the deans at the College of Education at California State University, San Marcos, when they were first being built. And he really wanted a way to connect with K-12 entities in the region. So he worked with one of the area superintendents. They formed this group to collaborate and to share professional learning experiences across systems K through 16. So in my role, I currently served K-12 districts, charter organizations, community colleges, and higher education institutions like UCSD and founding member CSUSM. So we do lots of different professional learning opportunities. And over the course of many years now, I've had the good fortune to work with Dolores and Randy Lindsay, who did a number of professional development opportunities, provided that for our group. And so in the course of getting to know them and doing this professional development, they shared one of their dreams with me, which was to create the Center for Culturally Proficient Educational Practice. So I want to tell you a little bit about how that started and the work of that group. So it's known as CCPEP now, but this goal was to really be a way to institutionalize culturally proficient training in our region, to help expand it across the community, to build capacity in others so they could take this work and lead in their own districts and their own institutions, and then also lead beyond in the region or throughout the country if they so chose, and to really make a difference in our community. The work is important, and the more people doing the work we know, the better. And so the Lindsays, while they love this work and it is their life's work, they also were interested in helping other people to join them in doing the work. And so this was part of the goal of the center. It was also a way then to certify so that people would receive adequate training and would be able to go out and do this on their own. And so they created a certification program, which includes 10 days of training around equity and access spread out over a year. And that work has grown over time. So we've served now about 900 people through this work and 45 different districts. So again, it just continues to grow and expand. And the vision was always to, and I'll read the vision to you, but the vision of CCP is to provide and support educators with an equity-based professional learning framework that ensures high-quality teaching and learning experiences for all learners. And part of that equity-based learning framework includes the 4 tools of cultural proficiency. And so I'll briefly just give you an overview of those. Certainly this information is available at the website at ccpep.org, but I want you to know that this is the foundation for the equity and access certification. So the first tool is the essential elements. Those are standards for culturally competent values. They help to inform behaviors, policies, and practices, and they might include things like assessing cultural knowledge and valuing diversity. The second tool is overcoming barriers and resistance to change. So things like systemic oppression or being unaware of a need to adapt or change, and also maybe having a sense of entitlement. Those are barriers, but they're really important to identify and then to think about how organizations can help to overcome those barriers. The third tool is the guiding principle. This is a way for individuals or organizations to identify their core values as they relate to diversity. So they might include things like understanding that culture is a dominant force in shaping values and behaviors, in addition to policies and practices. It might also include things like knowing diversity within and among cultures exists and that both are important. And the fourth tool is a continuum, the cultural proficiency continuum. And this is a way to provide language and a way to assess healthy and unhealthy values and behaviors. And it's through addressing these tools that people are actually able to have impact and make changes. It's these tools and this foundation that I think helped to inspire one district leader to share with me that cultural proficiency has given her the lens to clearly see the historical depth of inequity throughout our society and the tools to lead discussions with leaders at all levels in the public education system. And this is what the work of cultural proficiency can do and help to inform a larger community. I have to say this is very hard work and it's ongoing work. And I think the inspiration that the Lindsays have provided through really kind of bringing people together, whether it's virtually or in person, and really using these tools to address their organizations has been so powerful. So I want to thank them, and I want to thank you for your time. And hopefully you've learned just a little bit about the Center for Culturally Proficient Educational Practice.